Welcome to the instructional handover video for the Tribute T715. It's a 2012 model based on a Ford Transit. I'm going to take you around the outside of the vehicle first, then I'll take you onto the inside. So on the cab itself, we've got the manually folding mirrors. They will adjust just using the little switch just inside here, so you can move the mirror positions. The bottom ones are manual, the top ones are auto. We've got your electrical point where you can plug in your vehicle just there. The windows open out and ratchet out, so it's a case of just putting it out, and on each of the ends you've got a little turnbuckle, you see on that end as well. That will hold the window out to let ventilation in. We've got the fridge vents, so using it in cold climates you can get covers for these that go over, but they're your fridge vents. Behind that we've got the locker, so press the button in, press the button in. That will then go up onto the door retainer and retain in place. Underneath is your toilet cassette, so you lift up the handle and you will be able to slide it out nice and easily. You've got your entry point, so for emptying anything out. You've got your valve for the vacuum, you've got your wheels, and you've got a handle there. Now this will only slide out if the actual blade valve inside the toilet is in the lock position, the closed position. If it's open inside, you'll just need to close that first. That will allow you to slide the toilet cassette out nice and easily. When you finish, just pull that and then it will lock in place just with the keys that we will be given on handover. Below that we've got two pipes, so quite simple on here. We've got the grey water, so this is anything here that goes through your shower, through your sinks. So that one's your grey, just twist it to open it, twist it the upper way to close it. And the one behind that marked blue is your fresh water emptying. So these are your drain points for the tanks. So on here you've got your fresh water, on here you've got your wastewater. So both on the driver's side, nice and easy for you. The rear of the van, you've got the bike rack, so this is a 2 bike rack system. You can add more rails if you want to do, and we've got a reversing camera high up just there. Passenger side, we've got the water filler point, so when you want to come and fill up the water, just undo that. Your water goes in through a hose pipe in there. When it's full, it will overflow, and then you will just lock that using the key. Below that we've got the vent for the water heater. Now you need to remove this off when you wanted to use it, so you just put pressure on the top and at the same time just lift up, and that will release the cover. If you don't do that, as soon as you turn the gas on, it will build up the flue and it will just trip out. So if you do that, let the gas just evaporate out of it, just give it a little blow in there, and then just put your cover back on when you're wanting to move away. The underbed storage, you've got 3 points on here. You'll just need to press each one in, and then again just click firm, and that will retain up that actual door itself. In here you've got your tyre inflation kit, you've got your toolkit, you've got the manuals and receipts for the vehicle and the awning winder. You've got a little warning triangle for on the back of the bike racks and your carpets, so that's there. You've also got a couple of isolation valves to the left hand side if you're looking from the outside. Yeah, you've got your pump in the corner just there. You've got the electric switch for the water heater. Yeah, so on off it is clearly marked. If you want to use it on electric, you'll need to turn it on. If you want to turn it off, then just simply turn the switch off. And then this little yellow valve here is your toggle valve for the water storage, which is just in this compartment here. So in the down position like it is, it will allow you to fill up the water, so you can use hot water on the vehicle. When you lift that little toggle up, it will empty the water out of it directly below. So if you do forget, then water will come out underneath the vehicle. Yeah, when that switch is in that position, just like so, you'll see there's water coming out underneath. And then to close it again, you just pull that little switch down and that will close. Yeah, and it doesn't matter whether it's forward facing or it's rear facing. Yeah, just on your pump you have a little filter at the side of it, so you can change that if you want to. And then forward of that we've got an external aerial point, so that's just located underneath here. So that just lifts up from underneath there, and that will give you aerial and satellite points into the vehicle, say if you're on a site that has it. An aerial to connect to. Gas locker, so you'll get 2 bottles in here. Yeah, and there's a regulator, a pigtail and a regulator already in there for you. We've got the secure handle, so this will give you an added entrance accessibility in there, and it will lock all the way over. and secure it if you want to do when you're moving away from the vehicle. We've got an awning light that's high up. We've got your brolly, your bin, your blind and your fly screen, all located nice and neat in the door. Just there, window in the door. We've got an awning, so this is a separate fuel awning, so I'll send you a separate video of how to use the awning, and you'll see just on the top we've got an aerial that's fitted to the vehicle as well. In the front area here we've got a curtain that closes off. We've got plenty of storage, so we've got storage units here, storage units below, air conditioning, blowers, diffusers, got a CD radio, you got the manual gearbox just there. To move the seats forward and backwards, you'll just slide the rail just like that, and to slide them around there's a little handle there which will allow you to move it around in a different location, yeah, from that front area. Yeah, so these little marks on the outside are for swiveling it round. We've got the backrest supports just there, plenty of cup holders and storage pockets, electric window switches and a lock button as well. To get under the bonnet, it's a key, so pop your key in there, turn it to the left, and then you'll need to turn it to the right and lift it up. That will give you access to underneath. So you got a marking to tell you where your negative point is, and that's just a little hook just down here, and then you've got your negative point just there. You've got your screen wash just located there, dipstick just there, but they're nice and easy. When you're closing it, just remove your little bar out of the holder, gently close it, and just remember to move your keys out of that front area. So that's the external of the vehicle done. Quite straightforward, quite easy to get your head around. Let's move on to the internal bits of the vehicle. So we've got a table that's removable, just fits into the mounting bracket just behind the seat just here. So you can move that in and out as you want to do it. So that will go into the bracket there. Swivel the seat all the way around, you'll need to take the bracket off just because the swivel is just catching that when you swivel it round. We've got storage space underneath there, insulation for the front, the side panels. And you're saying lots of storage in there. And again, storage above. Just make sure on these that you press the buttons in before you move off. So all these are the same, so they're all push buttons in. So just lift them up, and that'll give you access in there. Again, I mentioned about the windows, so from the inside, just lift them all up. And then all you'll do is just twist that little tightening ram till it's firm. Same on that side. And it will hold the window ajar for you. They do have fly screens and blinds on all of them as well, so you can let the air come in, keep the insects out, nice and simply on that. All the main controls can be found above the actual door itself. So to turn the power on, press the button here. You'll then have a voltage that's in your leisure battery, voltage that's in your vehicle battery. You'll have a pump on and off switch, yeah, and then you've got a water level. So if you press and hold it, it'll give you water level. Press and hold it, your switch will come on. Try to do this only when you've got water in the system. So again, you could see that we have it. And that'll work off a micro switch system. So once that's on, if you then come to your taps, lift it up, you'll see on the top of the tap that it's clearly marked hot and cold. So lift up the spout. I would always advise you to turn it to the hot first of all, and then lift it up. What you want to do is you want to run it until you've got a steady stream of water, just like what we've got at the minute. Yeah. When it's got a steady stream, then you'll want to turn that off, and that will allow you to go to your boiler controls to heat your hot water. Yeah. If it spits and it spurts, then just give it a chance just to be able to get up to temperature before you do it. If you want to use the cold, just simply turn it to the cold and it will run. As soon as they turn it off, the pressurized system will go down and that will stop running. Yeah. If you press that down and it doesn't, then you might have a leak on the system or something like that. So it's just an easy sort of step to work out. You've got a couple of main sockets just there, and then you've got a 3-burner gas ring just on the top. You'll need a little igniter to do it, but that's your gas for your 1, 2 and 3. Below that, we've got an oven and a grill. This is a Thetford duplex system. So you'll turn the grill to the right hand side, just ignite it. You'll turn the oven to that side, ignite it, and then the oven will allow you to turn the temperature up and down, like so. The grill is either on or off, and again, with your grill, just leave that ajar like we do at home. Underneath that, we've got an isolation valve for the cooker and for the fridge. So they're all in the usable position. Only need to turn these off if you think you have a gas leak, or if someone that is gas, motorhome gas safe, is advising you to do that. In here we've got storage. Again, just making sure that before you drive off, you just press the buttons in to secure it in place. The fridge, it's a manually selecting fridge, so you just press and hold it on, and it will light up. You'll select either mains electric, gas if you're not hooked up to mains, and the battery will only run when the engine's running. So that will not work when you're not hooked up to mains or when your gas is turned off. The one at the side is a temperature control from the warmest to the coldest settings, just there. This is a gas reset button, so if it's trying to light on gas and it locks out, you'll need to reset it just pressing the button just there. Press the button down at the top, it will give you access into inside, so it does light up nice and bright and airy, and that is your accessibility to it. When you turn it off, again, not only will it go off there, but it will also go off inside the vehicle itself. Yeah, so that's your fridge. To this side here, we've got the water heater, and this is on electric. So if you've got plugged into electric, you've got water in it, you can turn it on, and that will go up to 1 kilowatt. Making sure you've done that switch underneath the bed though, yeah? The middle position is off, and the down position is 2 kilowatts. Yeah? So that is the electric. It says on there 230 electric. Ultra Store is the actual heating of the water. Yeah? Your heating on the gas side of it can be found up here, and again you've got three-way switch, 70 degrees, 50 degrees, so that is if you want to use it on gas. Your Ultra Store is your heating. Yeah, now your heating on here is done from two ways. You've got a standard fire, yeah, and you've also got the blown air. So if you want to use the heating on electric, then you'll need to turn this option around here, and you can control the temperature with the dial in the middle, and the fuel or how quick you want it to heat up, just with the outer ring. So we've got on that 2 off, half a kilowatt or 1 kilowatt. So that will depend on the facilities when you hook up to mains. So yeah, so that is your mains for the actual heating. And your heating here, what you have is you've got a manual blower. So if you turn the outer ring, you'll hear it kicking in, and that will blow it around. Yeah, you've got an off position, and then you've got an automatic. So the automatic will work with a temperature control. So you'll turn it on the top here, and that will do the setting that you want it to do. You've got manual, off, or auto. Yeah, so that's on the top of it. This side is for your gas. What you'll need to do is you'll need to press that in, and then your element will light in here once your gas is turned on, and then you can control your temperature that you want the gas on. You'll start hearing it click. Yeah, so that side of it is for your gas side of it. That side of it is for the fan speed, of whether you want it to be blown around on manual continually or on automatic. Yeah, and then on here we've got the electric side of it. We've got the gas side of the water heater and the electric side of the water heater. So all located in this mid sort of section of the vehicle. In here we've got an aerial. So to pull the aerial up, you'll need to release the collar and lift up the little flap there. You'll also see that there's an indicator on the top of here that you'll need to turn on, and that will give you your signal strength for your TV. Yeah. In the back we've got some lights, and again we've got push fits all the way around to give you access into this area. The bed itself will lift up, yeah, so you can lift it up using the actual ram underneath. I'll just show you. So that will lift up to give you access underneath, should you want to put your belongings in there. The one thing I'd say with this is just be careful though, it is a upgraded mattress, so it's quite heavy, so just give it a bit of help when you're doing that, guys. Into the bathroom area, I mentioned on the video that we've got this blade valve. So this is the blade valve in the toilet here. So to pull the cassette out, you'll need to slide this towards the back of the vehicle, yeah? That will allow you to use the toilet, yeah? Pull it towards the front of the vehicle, and then it will allow you to pull the toilet out if you wanted to clean it. So it's got to be to the front if you want to pull it out and empty it, towards the back to use it. We've got a flush button. When you press it, it will flush from the freshwater tank. You've got to have your pump turned on to do that, yeah? So you'll see that it'll just, if I just press it now, water will spin around. You'll be able to do whatever you want to do, and then just empty it into the toilet cassette, just like so. You can get a rinse spray that you just spray into it, but we would advise you just to pull that closed when you are not using it. You've got a toilet roll holder, and again here, opening cupboard to make sure that that's in place. The screen for the shower, just put the turnbuckle back on, and again we've got a nicely clearly marked mixer tap on there with your shower head above. This blind will pop down and will open up, so press it up and it will go down, and press it up and it will go down. So that will ventilate that area should you want to do that, and it does have a little blind in there as well if you want to block off that light in an evening. The bathroom doesn't have a blind on it, but all the other windows have a fly screen and blind on it for you. In here we've got storage pockets for your belongings. The different light switches are just around the vehicle, so they will turn on and off the different lights. We've got a couple of light switches above the door. Again, an outside light switch just there as well. These ones just turn on and off, just using the buttons there. Yep. And we've got the plug sockets. Again, remembering, pretty much common sense, but the plug sockets will only work when you're hooked up to mains. We've got storage underneath there. Just an access flap. Just again using the push fits, and the same again just on there. To make up that front bed, if you want to do that, you simply just slide the mechanisms together, just like so, and then the cushions will just go into the back. Just pop this down and we'll make up that secondary berth should you have visitors. This little panel, you'll just need to unhitch it from there, and that will lock in place for you just there. But that's your secondary option. The vent above has a blind and a fly screen. To open it up, you'll see there's a little bar. Put your thumb down and open it up, and that will ventilate the area for you. Just make sure that it's clipped back in above that bar before you set off. Yeah. In here is where you'll find your freestanding table. We've got some coat hooks here. And main sockets, aerial points, and 12-volt sockets for the TV. To put the seating area back up, I'll just reverse it and show you now. You literally just lift up the backs, cushions, and then slide it in, just like so. And then you'll just gently slide in, just watching your fingers. And then that will become your seating area made up for you again. Underneath here you'll see you've got accessibility to your storage as well. So just slides in, nice and neat, cushions back, and then you're set up for your daily activities. Like so. Again, light switch here, which will turn off one of the lights in the vehicle. On leaving the vehicle, what you'll need to do is quite simply just turn off the water pump if you're not using it. Turn off the main controls, go out, lock up the door, and you'll be able to go on to your new adventures. Again, it's up to you whether you have that table set up or not. If you're not, you've got plenty of storage in the back area. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you'll find that video useful. If you've got any queries and questions when you come to collect, please feel free to ask. Anything that you're not sure of, please go onto our YouTube channel, like and subscribe it. But most importantly, we hope you enjoy your new motorhome adventures. Thank you.